So this is the Caudabe Synthesis case for the iPhone 17 Pro Max. When I was searching for the best case for my iPhone, the name Caudabe kept coming up over and over again. But what really caught my attention was how people describe the cases. Minimal, clean, perfect fit, and normally that's exactly the type of case I like. But after what happened to my iPhone 17 Pro Max, I'm a little more cautious now, because one of Apple's own minimal cases failed after just one drop, and that single drop caused some pretty serious damage. Now, I recently reviewed the Caudabe Sheath case, and I came away really impressed with how well it handled drops, even though it's a minimal case. So in this video, I wanted to find out if the Synthesis case is just as good as the Sheath case when it comes to protection, or could it be even better? I'm putting the Caudabe Synthesis case through real-world testing using Apple's own case design guidelines as a reference. So let's start with the most important thing, basic protection. Caudabe says that this case is drop tested to 4.6 meters or 15 feet. Unfortunately, they don't elaborate on the results of the drop test. Is there zero damage on the phone after these drop tests, or is there some damage but the phone is still functional? The only way to find out is to do some real-world drop testing. Before the drop test, I first did a quick marker and white paper tilt test to see if the front lip was tall enough to protect the display during a flat fall. There was little to no marker transfer, which means the front case lip is high enough to keep the screen from hitting the ground. So we're going to do something similar where we do 30 drops from a height of 5 to 6 feet, and then 10 from pocket height like this, and then another 10 off of table height. This is how the case looks before the drop. This is how the phone looks before drop. So really quick, that's 10 drops. I normally show the results after the initial 10 first, just so that you guys can see how durable things are. So far so good, but there is some obvious wear on the case here, which is unfortunate. But the good news is that phone is still intact. Screen looks good. The corners haven't really fallen off yet, like in the Sheath case. And then you can see the phone right here, even though there were some abrasions on the case. I'm not seeing any new damage on the phone. Okay, we're gonna go all the way up to 30. By the way, if you like seeing these real-world drop tests and want to support the channel, make sure to like the video and subscribe. Also, let me know down in the comments what case you'd like to see me review next. Alright, that's a total of 30 drops. Again, some wear on the edges of the cases. But more importantly, let's look at the phone. So those 30 drops from a height of about 5 to 6 feet. I am 5'7". So far, the case has been doing really well. Compared to the Sheath case, this case is actually tight enough where it stays wrapped around the edges of the phone. I would say this is about maybe 3 or 4 feet off the ground. Now that we know whether this case can actually protect the iPhone 17 Pro Max or not, let's take a closer look at the materials and overall finish of the case, because this is what you're going to notice every single day. Now right away, the Caudabe Synthesis reminds me a lot of the Dbrand Ghost 2.0 case. You get that same transparent polycarbonate back, which I personally like, because you still get to show off the design of your iPhone while still getting solid back protection. Around the sides, Caudabe is using their Shocklight material again. It's soft, flexible, and designed to absorb impact during drops. But something I noticed right away is that the flexibility isn't completely even. The top and bottom edges feel a little softer, while the sides feel slightly more rigid. Now compared to the Sheath case, there are a few key differences. On the inside, you still get those groove patterns for shock absorption, but only on the corners. The Sheath had those grooves running all the way around the inner edges, so this feels like a more simplified version of that design. Also, there's no microfiber lining here, so this really does feel like Caudabe's no-frills approach. Just the essentials. But at the same time, you're still getting some thoughtful details. You've got swappable buttons, a raised polycarbonate ring around the camera, and a nice even front lip to protect the screen. There's also a subtle dot grip pattern along the lower 2/3 of the sides, which actually helps a lot with grip. Now, one thing I thought was really interesting is that this case has an actual serial number printed on it. And I honestly don't see that very often with phone cases, so I'm curious if that's for quality control or something Caudabe uses behind the scenes. In terms of fit, it's very similar to the Sheath, nice and tight. But as we've seen before, a tight fit doesn't always mean the corners won't slip off during impact. Now, there are a couple of long-term concerns I do want to call out. First, the polycarbonate back. With any transparent style case, yellowing over time is always a question. And unlike D-Brand, Caudabe doesn't really mention any special treatment here, so that's something we'll have to watch over time. And second, the shocklight material on the sides. From my experience with the Sheath case, this is the part of the case that tends to show wear the fastest, especially after repeated drops. Now, one thing I do wish this case had is some kind of built-in kickstand. Even though the Synthesis is cheaper than the Sheath, at this price point, it would have been nice to see something simple. Maybe a small pull-out stand like the one on the Spigen Tough Armor T, or even a subtle ring-style stand around the camera area, like you see on some ESR or subcase cases. Because in real-world use, there's always a moment where you want your phone to stand on its own, and you won't always have something nearby to prop it up against. This case comes with precision machined aluminum buttons, and they're actually swappable. The ones that come with the case are color matched, but if you want to customize it, there are a ton of different color options you can buy separately. Now personally, I'm not someone who swaps out buttons, but I can definitely see how some people would enjoy that level of customization. As for the actual button feel, this is one of the highlights of the case. They feel solid, they sound clicky, and they're consistent all the way around. Every press feels clean and responsive. The only downside is that all the buttons have the same smooth texture, so you'll need to rely on muscle memory to know which button you're pressing. Some other cases use different textures for each button, which makes it easier to tell them apart without looking. Now looking at the ports, you get open cutouts for the charging port, speakers, and microphone, which I personally prefer. And the charging port opening is large enough that all of my cables fit without any issues. When it comes to gestures, the Synthesis case has a 1.7mm raised lip around the screen, which does a great job of protecting it from scratches and impact, but there is a trade-off. That raised edge is more noticeable during swipe gestures, especially from the bottom of the screen. Now it doesn't stop you from doing the gestures, everything still works as expected, but compared to the Sheath case, you will feel that edge a bit more in day-to-day use. So in conclusion, after 60 drops from multiple everyday heights onto the manufactured hardwood floor inside my house, the Caudabe Synthesis case did an excellent job at protecting my iPhone 17 Pro Max. The case stayed securely on the phone the entire time, and it never slipped off the corners like I've seen in some other cases. Now, the one downside is that the drop testing did leave noticeable wear in the corners, and I saw something very similar on the Sheath case as well. So while the shocklight perimeter clearly does its job in absorbing impact, it does show wear and tear pretty easily. But overall, it's pretty rare to find a case that balances a clean, minimal design with this level of protection, and the Caudabe Synthesis definitely pulls that off. This is easily a strong contender for my everyday case. Now, it does share some similarities with the D-Brand Ghost 2.0 case, but there are a few key differences I actually wish Caudabe had adopted. If you want to see my full review of the D-Brand Ghost 2.0 case, you can find that video right here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.